The law of reciprocity. Shalom, family. It's on and popping in 2025. I mean, since them 400 years hit on August 2019. Oh my goodness. From 2020 on up to 2025, it has been on and popping. It's been on like the break of dawn. Like you can't tell me that you can't tell me that the Bible is not real, is not true, and this Bible is written by the one and only true Elohim, whose name is Yahuwah. You cannot tell me, okay? Cause I didn't look at everything else and everybody else that's out there that call themselves a God, which that's not, that belong to them false entities, them demons, that's trying to copycat the real Elohim, the real creator, okay, of heaven and earth and everything therein. In McAllen, they had another attack on Ice and them, okay? See, what y'all have to realize is that America is reaping what it has sown. The law of reciprocity. The Bible talks about reaping and sowing, seed time and harvest. Whatever you sow, you will reap. Whatever you sow, you will reap. You will get a harvest for what you put out. You put out good, you get good back. You put out evil, you're going to get evil back. You have to realize that this country is being ran by white tea supremacists who are colonizers and enslavers who stole this land from the indigenous people. You had three people groups that were over here. The first, the Egyptians, okay? We got proof of that. The Grand Canyon, Memphis, other parts of America where there are mounds, there are pyramids, okay? They found artifacts. The artifacts that the Smithsonian got, those are not white tea people artifacts. Those are the Egyptian artifacts who are brown and black, melanated, okay, with kinky, curly, or what they call nappy hair. Okay, those are historical documents that belong to the Egyptians that the Smithsonian has. You have to understand that the people that are running the government, that are part of the police and the agents who are the white tea people, they are descendants of enslavers, of colonizers over here in America that they stole and usurped the land. In order for them to stay in power, they got to keep the chaos and the racism going, to keep people in that mindset that they are superior when they're not. They are of the Neanderthal DNA, the lineage of evil from the Caucasus Mountains, Caucasians. That's why they're called Caucasians, because from the Caucasus Mountains. They're not indigenous to America. So the true immigrants are the white tea people, not the brown and black people that they are deporting. Okay? The true people of this land that they call America are Egyptians. Okay, those who are descendants of Egyptians, those who are descendants of the Indians, the copper-colored Indians, and those who are the descendants of the slaves who came from the west coast of Africa, who were brought over here, and the Mexicans. Because you have to understand, you have to go back and look at historical documents and see that Mexico actually owned half of the West Coast all the way up through into to Canada. Okay? You have to understand that where there are white tea people in certain regions, they were not indigenous to that area. They came in and colonized and took over and usurped the land and enslaved and unalived the people that were on the land. Australia, obviously America, Canada, Palestine, Africa. Okay? You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. The truth shall set you free. Okay? So, when you put out evil, you enslaved a people over here in America for 400 years. Black people went through slavery, went through segregation. Okay? We know the pimp game over here. This is why we was telling y'all, don't vote on November 5th for this orange face cabal, dead man walking, demon in a meat suit. Okay? This is why we was telling y'all, don't do it. Y'all don't listen to us. Y'all wanted to team up with the white tea people against black folk. And this is why you're going through what you're going through. Y'all other ethnic groups, your Hispanics, your Mexicans, your Cubans, like everybody. Well, not so much Cubans, but Chinese people from India, any other ethnic group that's not African American, Black American. These laws that's on the books as it pertains to civil rights and these are the amendments and stuff like that, that's on the books that y'all trying to claim. We got that done for us, by us. And y'all just so happen to be able to come here and benefit from the things that we got put on the docket for our people. But then y'all wanted to team up. Indians, everybody, y'all wanted to team up with these white folk against us. African Americans, black people, indigenous, black people. And now them Deuteronomy 28 curses that was on us because we disobeyed and turned away from our Elohim and following after y'all and y'all bull crap and y'all false demon gods that y'all worship, which caused us to go into captivity according to Genesis 15 and be enslaved for 400 years and go through the horrendous, evil, wicked, dark slavery that we went through over here in America and throughout the other four corners of the earth from which we were scattered and taken on slave ships. Now them same curses are on y'all. This is why Kerrville, which is a well-known KKK town, the Guadalupe River flooded it and took out a bunch of people, over 170 people. This is why these tornadoes are hitting certain towns, sundown towns that mistreated black people. This is why y'all Hispanic people are being deported and being mistreated. After they allowed y'all, 10 million of y'all, to come over here across the border, process you through, send you to New York, to Chicago, here in Texas, to other cities around America, give you housing, give you money, give you cars, and then turn around and treat y'all like they have been treating us for over 400 years. Modern day slavery. Y'all did it to yourself. We told y'all the lesser of the two evils that you should have voted for on November 5th in 2024, but you didn't listen to us. You didn't want to listen. We tried to tell y'all. We know. We're the ones that's been here for over 400 years, dealing with these colonizer, enslaver, white supremacist mindset people. We've been dealing with them. We know them. We know them like the how do you say, the back of our hand. We know them better than they know themselves. Okay? We just decide that we are going to go the legal route, go the law route to get the things that we need done for us. Because we could have took all of them out a long, long time ago. But that's not in our heart and mind to do. Now, that don't mean that won't change, okay? But that's not how Black people roll. We just want to be left alone. Hey, don't mess with us. We not messing with y'all. We trying to get along with y'all and make this work. But once we got our freedom, we could have did everything that they did to us, to them. But we didn't. But like I said, that don't mean that can't change, because there's new generation. It's new generation of people. Okay? And this is America, and there's laws on the docket that give the citizens the right to fight back against the government. The same government that enslaved, that was for racism, that was for the mistreatment of Black people for over 400 years. Okay? So, I know a lot of y'all in your mind, you think, oh man, this is crazy. Like, people shouldn't be, coming up against, the police and the ICE agents and, the government and stuff like that. Let me tell you something. When you have a government that is not in line with scripture on how to govern properly and how to treat the citizens of said country, this is what happens. Behavior breeds behavior. You ever heard that? Behavior breeds behavior. If you are going to mistreat the citizens and go against the laws and the Constitution and the amendments that are on the docket, and they're not being enforced, why would y'all even remotely think that the people are not going to do the same? And the people are not going to do an uprising. And there won't be these pockets or certain groups of people coming together to fight back. So if you have a country that stole a land by force, by way of slavery, enslaving people and colonizing, what in your mind make you think that at some point in time, no matter how long it's going to take, that them same people are not going to reap what they have sown? The law of reciprocity. Read your Bible. You cannot do evil and not expect evil to come back to you. You cannot enslave and colonize and steal land and make and put yourself in a superior position that doesn't belong to you and not think that it's all going to stay that way. It's not going to happen. That is not going to happen. So you have this current administration, this current president that told you before y'all elected him in, he told y'all that y'all was not going to have to vote for another president again after him. That's called dictatorship. He's a dictator. Okay? More of a dick than he is a tater. Dictator. Okay? And you wonder why what's happening is happening. Because y'all wanted to team up all y'all other ethnic groups. Your Chinese, your Japanese, your Indian, your Mexican, your Hispanics, all y'all teamed up against these white tea people, against us black folk here in America. And you thought you was part of they, not part of their little gang. Y'all wanted to gang up against the black folk over here in America, let alone the rest of our people around the world. Now them curses is hitting y'all left and right, up and down, round and round, got y'all confused, you crying out to us. Why y'all not helping us? Why y'all not supporting us? And why y'all not out here protesting with us and doing the George Floyd situation? We was out there marching with child. Get out of here with that mess. We've been going through stuff for 400 years. Where was y'all at when we was enslaved here? Mexico was still down there underneath America. Y'all was watching. Y'all had some of our people down there in Mexico too that y'all was mistreating and still mistreat to this day. Because y'all don't have no melanin in your skin. Y'all got pale skin too, just like these white tea people. So y'all think y'all superior. So y'all mistreating the copper color, the brown skin, melanated, kinky, curly hair slaves that came into Mexico too. So now y'all are starting to reap what you have sown. And it's going to get worse for y'all. Because the Bible is crystal clear on what y'all have done to us is going to be done to y'all. Plain and simple, whether you like it or not. I'm for black people. Well, we're the descendants of our ancestors and we didn't have nothing to do with the stuff that they did. But guess what? We have been reaping the sins of our forefathers, just like y'all are going to reap the sins of your forefathers. If your forefathers was racist and enslavers and colonizers and mistreating black people, those who came on slave ships that were scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, like the Bible says, the only people group that was enslaved for 400 years and had iron yokes put around their necks and who were taken on slave ships from out of the west coast of Africa and scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay? Brazil, Mexico, all the islands, Portugal, India, Mexico. And y'all want us out here marching with y'all? No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're resting. We're resting. We're not getting out and doing nothing, dealing with y'all. Because y'all have the same mindset of these white tea people. This is why 90% of y'all voted the way you voted on November 5th of 2024. You are reaping what you have sown. Y'all need to put some respect on our name. Y'all need to put some respect on black folk, because we know what we be talking about. Okay? We know. We tried to tell y'all. So expect it to get worse. Expect it to get worse. Because the government, ICE, the police, they're about to reap what they have sown. They have sown evil and racism, and now their own people is rising up against them. Those who are not for what they are doing, because according to the law of the land, you have to have a warrant with a judge's signature that you present to the person that you are about to arrest before you even touch them. You have to present a legal document. And according to the law that's on the docket, even illegal immigrants, which they say, the government says that there's 10 million illegal immigrants here in the United States of America that they allowed over here and processed them through and sent them to Chicago, New York, various cities around the U.S., provided them with cars, money, and housing. And now today, with the new administration, now they are deporting them. The Republicans were in office during this time that these 10 million illegal immigrants was coming in. Okay. They benefited from the work that these illegal immigrants gave to the building and being a part of this society here in America, because the majority of the people that are coming over here are looking for work, a better life, to make more money, because our dollar has more weight and more value than, the Mexican money. Okay. And so now they're saying that legal immigrants can't stay here and not become citizens, and even the ones that are trying to become citizens, they're arresting them at the immigration office, the ones who are trying to do things in decency and order and become citizens, and they're arresting them when they got their paperwork and they're at the immigration office and trying to do the right thing. So they're not even giving those people an opportunity to do right. And that's illegal as well. Going against the laws of the land of what, ICE is doing. So you have to understand that evil breeds evil. You put out evil, evil is going to come back to you. So this is the reason why you see the ICE agents and the police being attacked. They are illegally attacking the illegal immigrants, because the illegal immigrants, even by way of the United States law, have a right to due process. But they don't care about that. They're going to snatch them up and deport them to wherever they feel like they want to deport them to. Not deporting them back to where they came from, which would be the right and loving and respectful and compassionate thing to do, is to deport illegal immigrants back to, where they originally came from. But when you are evil and wicked and racist, you're going to do it the way this current administration is doing it right now. And y'all don't expect an uprising? You don't expect attacks on the U.S. government, the police, and ICE? You delusional. Not only stupid, just stupid, but you're delusional. Because that's not how it works. When a people feel like they are being mistreated, they're going to rise up against those who they feel like are mistreating them. What they teaching y'all in school today? Because evidently they're not teaching y'all common sense. That needs to be a course in itself. That needs to be a class from elementary on up to the university. Common sense. And what they say, common sense ain't so common as it needs to be with y'all. No spiritual fortitude, no intelligence, no forethought or wisdom whatsoever. No common sense. So the people that have been in control, they are immigrants themselves. They have a lot of nerve with deporting what they call illegal immigrants when they are still illegal themselves. Let the truth be told. Because this land that you call America, the United States of America, does not belong to anybody white tea. Does not belong to anybody, including Australia, including Palestine, including Africa. These people are of Neanderthal DNA lineage from the Caucasus Mountains. Therefore, this is why they are called Caucasians. From the Caucasus Mountains. From the Germans, from the Polands, from the Dutch, the Irish, okay, so on and so forth, etc., etc. All of the same lineage of evil. Same ones who have gone into Africa, colonized it. Gone into Palestine, colonized it. Gone into America, colonized it. Went into Australia and colonized it. Talk about colonizers, colonizers, enslavers, thieves. Okay? Racist people. Not all of them. Not all of them. But majority of them. The other ones who are not, they're just complicit in letting the because they benefit from what their other family members who are racist, they benefit from. So they just sit back, They might do a little here, a little there, but they ain't really about that life. So they benefited from the colonizing and the enslaving and the racism. So they not gonna rise up and do nothing because we're not about that life like that. So they feel like, oh, I'm not doing it, so it's not my problem because I'm not, racist. I'm a white person and I don't see color. I don't know how you don't see color because you should be matching up your whole little outfit every single morning. Matching up your socks with your shoes and your shoes with your pants and your pants with your belt and your shirt with your tie. Look like you're coordinated and you see color to me. So it's only going to get worse because the Bible says so. We are in the end times. This is prophecy being fulfilled. This is the Bible in live and in living color in front of your face. Okay? So, ICE is reaping what they sow. Police are reaping what they sow. The government, they're going to reap what they have sown. You do evil to people, you mistreat people, evil is going to come back to you and do the same to you that you did to the other people or person. So you cannot go into a region, commit genocide against all the people in that region, not come together to live in harmony and in peace with the people. You come over there, you're gonna take usurp, you're gonna take over. You're gonna commit genocide against them and take all they grip, take their houses, take everything that they own, take. Okay? Take their land and start setting up, some laws and stuff like that. Take away the people's language, take away all their history, enslave them and do all manners of evil against them. And you think just because you have gone a long, 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 long time with being able to do this, and you think all is well, and you got rich off of the backs of the people whose land you came into now, colonize it, enslave the people, commit genocide against the folk, made them slaves. Make them build what you want them to build. Make them do what you want them to do. Do all manners of evil and raping other women who had husbands. Okay? Even rape some of the men. I'm not getting into all the other stuff that they, horrendous stuff that they did, because it'll turn your stomach up inside out, upside down. Like, seriously. That's how evil a lot of these white people are. And y'all expect the citizens to not rise up against. It don't matter what the laws are, because if you got the law breaking the law, why would you expect the citizens not to break the law? Make that make sense. You got the law breaking the law. You got the government breaking the law. You got the ICE agents breaking the law. But you don't expect these 10 people that just went into Alvarado and attacked the ICE agents, and you expect this other, I don't know if this other guy was a lone wolf or it was some other people in McAllen, Texas, not to break the law? But the law is attacking the citizens. But you don't expect the citizens to attack the people that's supposed to be upholding the law? You have to understand, you have a group of wicked people. And I mentioned in one of my other videos that I posted yesterday, these people are of these demonic organizations, man-made organizations that the Most High Yahuwah says he's destroying their idols, and he's destroying them who worship these idols and who are part of these evil, wicked organizations and groups. Point blank, period. By any means necessary. Because this word does not return back to him void. When he says he gonna get you, he gonna get after you. This is his earth. And either you do what he says, or you're going to have to get up out of here. Because there ain't no darkness in him. I know a lot of y'all, the devil got y'all deceived, thinking, well, if there's darkness and there's evil, then the Most High, the Most High, Yahuwah, or most people say God, he didn't he create evil? I can't get into that. I can't get into that today. Get some revelation and get some understanding with the help of Yahuwah. Ask him questions, just like you ask your mom and your daddy questions. Ask the creator of heaven and earth, Yahuwah, Elahika, ask him questions and he will answer you. He will answer your questions. Okay. So don't you get it twisted. These people are going to reap what they have sown. They have been hanging truck drivers, black truck drivers. How black truck drivers are going missing? How is that possible? And being found hung on trees. It's the police. Okay? And if it's not the police, is you know that it is somebody, just like you had the guy that impersonated the police that unalived that the senator and shot another one. Okay? You have to understand the level of wickedness that we are dealing with here in America. This is why they had 3 total solar eclipses that came across this country as an indication of its demise and destruction upon the group who called themselves white supremacists, usurp themselves and put them and put themselves usurp the real superior people and put themselves in the position of being superior when they are not the chosen people of the Most High Yahuwah. Okay? So it is time for the uprising. And this is what you are seeing. Police, ICE, the government, they have unalived people and taken people's lives. And guess what? They're about to reap what they sow. So a lot of them, they got blood on their hands. So that means that they're going to lose their lives. Just as plain and simple. And that includes their children. And unfortunately, that's what you saw in Curvia. The Most High says in his word that the sins of the father will fall down onto the 4th and the 5th generation. What part of that y'all miss? Or y'all just don't want to deal with, you just want to be selective about what scriptures in the Bible you receive and believe, and the other ones you don't? This is what the word says. So you have Caucasian people, so-called white people, palm colored people that have unalived a lot of black people by way of racism and slavery. Okay? Still to this day in 2025, by the hands of the government, by the hands of the police. And so there's going to be an uprising. It's not going to go the way that they think is going to go. They all going to have to go into Colorado and wherever else they got the mountains, where they done dug deep into these mountains and went like 100 gazillion feet down in the ground and built all these big, huge military facilities to run to like some bitches. Okay, after they do their dirt, then they gonna go run and hide and leave everybody else up here to be dealing with and fighting or trying to survive. After they kicked off, they started to fight. But once that heat come, then they gonna go run and hide in the mountains. And the Bible talks about that too. They ain't gonna go try to hide themselves in the mountains and ask the mountains to fall in on them, so they can have a quick unaliving by the mountains falling, caving in on them, so they won't have to deal with the face and to face the Most High Yahuwah wrath and judgment. But it's not going to happen because he's going to deal with his enemies face to face before he take them out. Plain and simple. The word is crystal clear that even out of the mouth of babes, they letting y'all grown, delusional, unintelligent people know that the word is true from the holy scriptures that they call the Bible. So today is the day of the uprising. It's going to continue because the people have the right to break the law, just like the law has taken the right to break the law. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Do unto others as you have them do unto you. So evidently, they want done to them what they have been doing to the people, to the black people, to the Hispanic people, to the illegal immigrants. They are usurping the law. It's a dictatorship right now. And it wasn't that much better even before this current administration. Okay. So expect this. This is what's going to happen. You have seen the government go against the Constitution, the amendments and the laws and the state laws. You have seen these government officials break the laws, mistreat people, keep racism going, allow racist, white supremacist groups to organize and march in the streets, spreading their poison, spreading their evilness, their wickedness of hatred towards another group of people of color. And you expect people not to fight back against this stuff? Oh yeah. You stupid as the hell are you going to? Like, really, seriously. Yeah. It's on and popping. It's on like the break of dawn. And you got some good people in government. You got, I don't know how many it is, maybe one or two, I don't know. Police, ICE, who think that they are doing the right thing, but they deceived. And they not for racism. They think that they're helping, to protect their city and, their state and their country and stuff like that. But they don't have the full understanding and revelation of what they are a part of. And a lot of them who are not these evil, wicked races, they gonna end up losing their lives. Because they're gonna get got. Because there's more people than there is of government officials and police and ICE. Okay. Let alone the military. The only thing that the military has an upper hand on the people is the weaponry. Other than that, they would get got too if they were operating the same way that the government and police and ICE have been operating. But you have to understand that the people have a right to do an uprising and to fight back against tyranny, against dictatorship, against evil, against wickedness, against racism, against white T supremacists. People have a right. And so when they get on the news and talk about, oh, we gonna do this and do that to the people, these 10 people, and they gonna go to jail, and this is what we gonna charge them with, and all that type of stuff. Well, hey, you need to go ahead and start arresting some of these police and ICE agents and some of the government officials, including Orange Face. Start arresting them too, putting them in jail and charging them with some stuff, because they are breaking the law as well. They're breaking the law as well. What's good for the goose is also good for the gander. If the law is breaking the law, then the people have a right to break the law too. The law is written, but like I just learned from somebody that I follow, that unless it's enforced, it's just words on the paper. It has to be enforced, even though it has been how do you say, put through. The law has been put through. It's been written as a constitution or an amendment or a law, but it's still, in order for it to be active, it has to be enforced. For it to take effect. Okay? You have to enforce. That means you have to make them abide by what is written. Just like when you go to work and your work job gives you rules and regulations that you have to follow. And they have to, in order for it to take place, they have to enforce those rules and laws, those rules of your job or whatever industry you work in, that you have to abide by. They're none and void unless they are enforced. Okay? So, man, it's going to be on and popping out here in these streets. These folks don't understand that there is more of us than it is of them. That means there is more ammunition and more pew-pewing artillery out here than there is than the police have and that ICE have. Okay. So you can't be out here thinking, because the mind control is over. The MLK, MK Ultra, whatever you want to call it, this evil wickedness of the lies, and that it has the cloud and the veil is off, especially black folk. Especially black folk. You can see that. It's been off of us black Americans. Now in Africa, it's just now, over the past few years, the veil is, they're waking up. The dry bones is waking up. Okay. So the rest of y'all need to wake up. Get it together. Know that you have rights to fight back. And that's what's happening. You can fight back with, the weapons of warfare are not carnal, but mighty to pulling down strongholds. That's prayer. Some of us want to put some hands on some folks. You got the right to do that too. If they out there breaking the law and mistreat people, then hey, if that's what you want to do, go out there and do that. Just know that, hey, you might end up dying for the cause. Okay? You get out there and you put boots on the ground, you might die for the cause. Just know that. You gotta take that into consideration before you get out there and get to trying to, fight against these folks, you better be a straight shooter. You better hit your mark. Okay? You better know how to shoot. You better know how to aim, cock, and hit your targets. Gonna get on up out there. Getting after the police and ICE and all this craziness that this current government administration is doing. But you do have a right to fight back against tyranny, against a dictator. You have a right. Run their asses in them holes that they built. Run them into them bunkers that they built in the mountain. Show them that you ain't playing. You really about that life? And you understand what I have said in this video? Then go do what you gotta do. Plain and simple. They doing what they doing. Like I said, black folk been dealing with this stuff with these people for over 400 years. And the Most High Yahuwah said to me, eye for an eye, during that Sonya Massey situation. He said, that's when he told me, eye for an eye from now on. They unaliving, unarmed black people that's running away. And even white folks that have weapons on them, they're disarming them. They're not pew-pewing them. They're not jumping out the squad car within 10 seconds pew-pewing them. They're talking them down and sitting them down on the curb and putting their arm around their neck and stuff like, because they for themselves. They're not for black and brown people. When are y'all gonna get that? When y'all gonna understand that these racist, white supremacists, devil worshiping people that are part of these demonic demon from the pit of hell organizations that they are part of are not for you. And you have to be for yourself. And when you really look at it, you pretty much have to say F whatever laws y'all got. Because if y'all are not abiding by the laws, and you calling yourself the government, you calling yourself police officer, you calling yourself ICE agent, you calling yourself anything that's an entity that has to deal with upholding the laws and integrity and character and goodness of protecting people, then why you expect the citizens to do the same? The law is not upholding the law. The law is breaking the law. So therefore, there is no law. So that means that everybody is, every man for himself. Basically, if you got the law breaking the law, if you got the law pew-pewing people unlawfully, if you got the law snatching up people without a warrant signed by a judge and deporting them, and whatever other manner of evil that they may be doing to these people, yeah. Tried to tell you. Black people tried to tell y'all. So, anyway, family, shalom. Like I always say, stay in repentance, stay in prayer, stay in praise and worship, stay reading the word, stay reading your Bible and applying it to your life, rightly dividing the word of truth. The Most High Yahuwah got us, black folk, and those who have been engrafted in, who have received our black Messiah, the Revelation 1 Verses 14 and 15. Feet burnt like brass. Yeah. He not, he not, he is not this color. Okay. Never was, never have been. Okay. True Hebrew people, the true Israelite people. Yeah. Black and brown. Caramel. Okay. Kinky curly hair. Mostly all dark brown eyes. Yep. Uh-huh. 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 Oh yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. You get it now? You get it. You understand? You understand now? You may have to watch this video over, maybe not yeah. You have to understand. When the law is breaking a law, that means there is no law. That means you can do whatever you want to do. If they're breaking a law, if the law is breaking a law, there is no law. Because even though there's law written on the books, it's not being enforced. If they're breaking a law, that means the law is not being enforced. That means that there's no law. The law is breaking the law. The law, yeah. So therefore, you can break the law. You can fight against those who's fighting against you. You have the right to take up arms and fight against whoever is fighting against you. Doesn't matter that they're ICE. Doesn't matter that they're the police. Doesn't matter that they are the government. You can fight against anybody that is fighting against you. You have a right to not only sovereignty, but you have a right to protect yourself from all foreign and domestic enemies. Okay? You have a right to defend yourself. This is racism. This is white supremacy and white evil control of another group of people. And like I say, they have to do this because they know that they are not the lawful owners of this land. They're not the lawful indigenous people of this region. Never was and never have been. So in order for them to stay in power and stay in control, they have to, do the Jedi mind trick on everybody. And make everybody think that they are superior and that they are the people, the rightful people of everything. But they're not. You ever heard that? You remember hearing that saying that the loudest person in the room is the weakest person in the room, but the quietest person and the most silent person in the room is the most powerful person in the room? There you go. There you go. Now you getting it. Now you getting it. These people right here, the loudest ones, the ones that's always got to put themselves in the superiority position, got to be in control, got to be in all the positions of government, all the positions of policing, and all the positions of the corporations and the CEOs and all that type of stuff. They the weakest ones on the face of the earth because they're not the chosen. And they know that. So they got to do what they do in order to make everybody else think that they are the ones. They are the supreme beings, male and female, in this earth, when they're not. They're not. And they never have been and never will be. Because the word said so. The Holy Scriptures said so. Okay? So, yeah. Movie Civil War, hey, it's on and popping. Yeah. Live and in living color. So anyway, fam, I love y'all. Shalom. Be blessed. And until next time.